NBC.
Richmond's #1 choice for news at 11. This is NBC 12 News.
A teenager accused of killing a Chesterfield student will now face the death penalty in his upcoming trial. Welcome to 12 News at 11. I'm Sean Lewis. Louis Lindenfeld's life will be on the line when his trial begins in November. He is accused of killing Chesterfield High School senior Chip Ellis. This capital murder decision was made by the Henrico County Commonwealth's attorney. Beth Danziger with more on the community reaction tonight.
Both Chip Ellis and his accused killer, 18-year-old Louis Lindenfeld, lived in the same Midlothian neighborhood. So for many of their neighbors, this new development brings mixed emotions. Almost 4 months after Chip Ellis's tragic murder, his family still has blue ribbons in honor of him tied to their mailbox and lampposts outside their home. And it's still very fresh on the minds of neighbors.
It's a life-altering thing when a child in your neighborhood is killed by somebody else in the neighborhood.
Even though it's still hard for them to talk about, they are surprised the prosecution is seeking the death penalty since Lindenfeld's only 18 years old.
He's so young, and I would like to think that there would be some, rehabilitation.
He's a teenager. You just wonder. When the thing happened and we all heard about it, I just thought he just doesn't understand the consequences of his whole life.
Louis Lindenfeld is charged with capital murder. Prosecutors believe Chip Ellis offered Lindenfeld a ride home after returning DVDs to the Midlothian Library. That's when they believe Lindenfeld carjacked Ellis and shot him 3 times in the head. And even though some neighbors are surprised about the decision, they say it's the brutality in the case that makes the death penalty appropriate.
Why not seek the death penalty in a case like that, it's regardless of age.
And to Jackie hopes it will serve as a warning for other teenagers looking to commit a similar crime.
Unfortunately, we are seeing it happen younger and younger. Maybe that's why they're seeking the death penalty, so that young people understand, they're not immune to a maximum penalty.
Louis Lindenfeld has been found competent to stand trial. Lindenfeld will head to court again October 20th for his final pre-trial hearing. I'm Beth Danziger for NBC 12.
Richmond police are looking for a man accused of robbing a woman at knife point today. It happened at 4:30 as the victim was making a deposit at this ATM in the 2600 block of West Broad Street. Police say the woman handed the money over to the thief, but witnesses tried to chase that man down. In the end, he did get away. No one was hurt. But if you know anything that can help police, call Crime Stoppers at 780-1000. Questions still surround a federal investigation in a Chesterfield neighborhood. Agents spent the day yesterday at 3 different homes in the Cameron Bay neighborhood off Bailey Bridge Road. They looked at a handful of luxury cars parked outside and then took several items from inside the homes. An FBI spokesman says an investigation is underway but won't say anything else. Neighbors say the situation is pretty strange.
Bunch of cars, lots of police cars here. You have no clue, no idea at all what could be going on. It'd be nice to know, but, we'll see what comes out.
An FBI spokesman says more information will be released next week. The murder trial of Ray Dandridge starts on Monday. Lawyers for both sides selected a pool of 28 potential jurors yesterday. Now, Dandridge is accused of killing the Tucker Baskerville family in January. NBC 12 will have the latest from the courtroom during our afternoon and evening newscasts, and we'll also keep you posted online at NBC12.com. Chesterfield police continue their search for a suspected killer. 31-year-old Demas Luna is accused of shooting 2 people Wednesday morning. 1 person died. Luna's truck was found Thursday near the spot of the shooting. If you know anything that could be helpful to police, call Crime Solvers at 748-0660. Well, a 23-month-old girl in Ohio may be the latest victim of an E. coli outbreak because of fresh-baked spinach. Though health officials haven't linked the girl's death to the outbreak just yet, it's another potential sign of a problem with the produce that now has a source. Officials say it was here at Earthbound Farm, the country's largest shipper of organic vegetables, where E. coli-tainted spinach may have started its spread of sickness across the country. Natural Selection Foods, which markets its vegetables as Earthbound, Dole, Trader Joe's, and Ready Pack, among many other names, provides produce to almost 75% of supermarkets across the United States, but has now voluntarily recalled all spinach.
We're obviously very, very upset by it because what we do is
is produce food that we want to be healthy and safe for consumers everywhere. So this is a tragedy for us.
The tragedy and the outbreak have been widespread. In Wisconsin, one woman died. Her family now left to wonder how a healthy eating habit could have killed her.
She was always careful what she ate, and you look in her refrigerator, there's always fresh produce.
In 19 states, nearly 100 people have gotten sick. Many, even children, have been hospitalized for days.
I had to lay down. It was really hard for me to stand up, and even just sit down. It was really painful for me.
And the nightmare may not be over yet. Even now, with the suspect spinach off the shelves, officials warn there could be more sources, and they caution against eating any baked spinach until they know more about this potentially deadly produce. E. coli can be found inside of spinach, so washing the plant isn't enough to get rid of that bacteria. For a complete list of brand names used by Natural Selection Foods, contact the company at 1-800-690-3200. Well, we had a dreary day today and one of many this week, but we're in for a sunny change, thankfully. Sergei Galindo has more in the First Warning Weather Center tonight. Hi, Sergei.
Hi, Sean, and that's right. We're already starting to see some of those changes out there right now. Let's start with a look at First Warning Doppler. For starters, no rain out there to deal with. We are sweeping dry across the state. But let's check out some of the rain totals that we received from today. Just over 1/10 of an inch at Tappahannock, 800ths Glen Chester, 400ths of an inch, and those temperatures in the 60s right now. Mid-60s Glen upper 60s from Tappahannock to Chester. As we check out other areas, we are in the 60s right now, and you'll notice we had those high temperatures today in the 70s across much of the area. Our official high temperature, 70 degrees. That was below normal. 68 was our low, and we picked up some rain out at the airport, 1/100th of an inch of rain. So as we make our way into tonight, look for partly cloudy skies. We'll see a few showers still possible, but I think most of that is over for tonight, and those low temperatures dipping into the upper 50s. But as Sean mentioned, some brighter changes on the way for tomorrow and some warmer temperatures. I'll tell you just how warm it's going to get coming up. Sean, back to you.
All right, we look forward to it. Thank you very much, Sergei. Well, a storm of donations coming in for Battery Park residents who were affected by Tropical Storm Ernesto. These are the hundreds of donations already at Norrell Elementary's annex waiting to be given out. There are a lot of clothes, a lot of toys, but household items like pots, pans, and microwaves are still needed.
It says that Richmond has a big heart. It tells me that people really care about each other and they're willing to step out on a limb to help each other out.
Donations and volunteers are still needed next week. Norrell Elementary's annex on Graham Road will be open between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. The controversy surrounding a cartoon depicting Jesus printed in a UVA student newspaper, could now be over. The cartoon has been taken off the paper's website at the request of the artist. More than 2,500 people emailed the paper saying the cartoon of Jesus on a coordinate plane was offensive. Laced up and ready to go on a Saturday morning, hundreds of walkers and runners turned out to benefit Special Olympics Virginia. This morning, participants raised money by doing a 1, 2, or 3 mile run or walk in Bird Park. Organizers say they wanted to raise more than $5,000 to support Richmond's adults and children with intellectual disabilities.
It's going to provide scholarships for them to go to the fall tournaments and tournaments throughout the year, and it's a wonderful cause, wonderful organization that I really enjoyed working with.
Special Olympics Virginia provides year-round training in 19 sports for more than 14,000 athletes around the Commonwealth. 23 nationalities were represented this afternoon at the Que Pasa Festival on Browns Island. Event organizers look to share the Latino culture with Richmond, and they did that through food, arts and crafts, dancing, and some live music. Organizers say that although American and Latino cultures are different, they do want to emphasize our similarities as well. Well, there was a big winner in last night's Mega Millions drawing. According to the Virginia Lottery website, one person had the winning numbers to collect the $163 million jackpot. Thousands of others won smaller amounts of money. The Mega Millions jackpot now stands at $12 million. New at 11 tonight, she's nearly 90, but she just now is getting jail time for a 30-year-old murder, where police think she was coming up. Plus, the Pope sparks massive protests in the Muslim world. What the Pope said next.
Explorer ever, while having more power and using less fuel. And with more standard safety features than any SUV in its class, it's also the safest Explorer ever.